Well, I'm sure for many it's about time because England is finally saying farewell to disposable vapes. You know, those little things which are dressed up in bright colours and bubblegum flavours, which I'm guessing probably are trying to tempt our kids to try them. These things have been acting like some sort of gateway drug into the smoking world, seducing our innocent children with their sweet-coated allure, haven't they? I mean, these single-use devices are like the Willy Wonka golden ticket of the smoking world, only instead of a chocolate factory, they lead straight into a lifetime of lung problems, I'm guessing. But for adults who obviously have the right to smoke these things if they want to, it's a major kick in the balls, isn't it? And I don't think this will help matters as much as they are thinking, because let's face it, I'm sure children could probably get their hands on refillable vapes if they so wanted to. So I think, if anything, what would have been better is if they hid them away like they currently do with cigarettes and ID'd anyone who looks under 30 for buying them. But of course, now the government has decided to unveil this groundbreaking decision in the Health Department consultation. And health bosses are rightly alarmed because 11.6% of 11 to 17-year-olds have fallen victim to vaping. It's like some sort of nicotine epidemic, isn't it? And the vaping companies are the sweet sellers on the street, isn't it? But of course, I'm guessing they won't exactly go the Australian route and ban vaping entirely, because they believe apparently that e-cigarettes help smokers quit, which may be true, but they are also more than likely a gateway for young people into smoking in the first place. Even the young electors, as I like to call him, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is chiming in, saying that these vapes look like they're designed for kids. So finally, it could be like they're catching these vape companies red-handed, trying to lure the next generation of smokers. I don't want my kids seduced by any of these things, he says. And I can't say I blame him, because I wouldn't be too happy if my son done it either. And of course, let's not forget the Chief Medical Officer, Chris Whitty, who we obviously heard quite a lot from a few years ago, didn't we? He's apparently had quite enough of this nonsense and says that if you smoke, vaping is much safer, and if you don't smoke, don't vape. But anyway, the article says that disposable vapes will be banned in England to stop children getting addicted, and the government plans to be unveiled as early as next week. Single-use devices sold in bright colours and bubblegum sweet flavours are seen as encouraging kids to smoke. The decision will be revealed in a Health Department consultation, pencilled in for next week, the Telegraph said. And health bosses say that 11.6% of 11 to 17-year-olds have vaped, up from 7.7% last year. Ministers don't plan to copy Australia though by banning vaping, as they feel that e-cigarettes help smokers quit. And of course, Rishi Sunak said in May on ITV's This Morning, "I have 2 young girls. I'm also worried about that. It looks like they are targeting their kids, which is ridiculous. I don't want my kids to be seduced by any of these things." And Professor Chris Whitty, England's Chief Medical Officer, said previously, if you smoke, vaping is much safer, and if you don't smoke, don't vape. And marketing to children is utterly unacceptable. Disposable vapes is also damaging the environment, as 5 million are thrown away every week, campaigners claim, up from 1.3 million of last year. Devolved administration outside England would have to set policy for Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. And of course, in this video, it looks like smokers ain't exactly going to like what the government plans to do with them either.